What are we gonna see here today? Drumroll. Conversational vocabulary. How many words? I don't really know. It's like a lot. It's a lot of words. Today we're gonna be seeing a lot of words. Imagine a conversation goes like this. Campus book table is about girl has killed 23 people, survive. In case you didn't realize, the book we were talking about was The Hunger Games, but you probably didn't, because who would when half of the words are missing? Of course, if you did understand, then congratulations, you have a C1 in gibberish, come and collect your official diploma. But the common thing would be for you not to understand what just happened, because the words that were missing were the most basic conversational vocabulary words. Of course, we're not gonna see every single word, but we're gonna create a basic set of words for you to use and be able to apply to your conversations and sentences. Let's start with location. Este, esta, esto. Este, esta, y esto are used to refer to something that's here. The translation for these three words would be this. It's something that's close to you. This thing right here. Este is a word we use when we're referring to an object that's masculine. Esta, it's a word we use when we're referring to something that's feminine. And esto is just something that you say on its own. Este palo, esta caja, esto. Like, for example, you're in the kitchen table and you see something, you don't know where it is, and you say, ¿Qué es esto? Esto is something that you don't really know what it is, so you don't know the gender. In that case, you use esto. Ese, esa, eso. These words refer to something that's a bit further away from you, but not really far away. So the translation would be that, this, and that, midway. Ese palo, esa caja, eso. Again, it follows the same rules as este, esta, y esto. To refer to something that's really far away, you say aquel, aquella, aquello. This would be those. Aquel palo, aquella caja, aquello. Up until now, I've been using all of these words to refer to location, but I would also like to remark that you can also use these words to refer to time. Aquel día llovió mucho. That day, it rained a lot. Aquí. Here. Aquí hay un palo. Allí. Over there. Hay un palo allí. Lejos. Far away. El restaurante está muy lejos. Cerca. Close by. El restaurante está cerca. Derecha. Right. Gira a la derecha. Izquierda. Left. Gira a la izquierda. ¿Dónde? Where? ¿Dónde están mis cosas? Counting. Next up, we have counting vocabulary. First thing you want to know are cardinal numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc., etc. Second thing you want to know are the ordinals. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Primero, segundo, tercero, cuarto, quinto. This can be used to list things off or to rank stuff. Ramón quedó primero en la carrera. But you can also use them, like in English, to name the floor that you live in. Ramón vive en el tercer piso. Un, una, uno. A translation for this word would be a bird. And again, it follows the same rules that este, esta, y esto followed. Un pájaro, una casa, uno. If a friend of yours was going to the supermarket and you wanted him to buy something for you, you would say, ¿Puedes comprarme un refresco? But if he already knew that you were asking for a soft drink, then you could say, ¿Puedes comprarme uno? Todo, everything, all. Lo quiero todo, nada, nothing. No quedaba nada. Algún, alguna. Algún is for masculine, alguna is for feminine. ¿Tienes alguna idea de lo que estás haciendo? Más, more. Dame más. Menos, less. Dame menos. Cada, each, every. Cada 8 días voy al supermercado. Le dio un balón a cada jugador. Question words are precious and most loved, the question words. They are wonderful creatures. You don't know when they have an accent and when they don't. But if you want to know more about them, then check out next week's video because I'm gonna be diving deep in with question words. Pregunta. Question. ¿Puedo hacerte una pregunta? Respuesta. Answer. ¿Cuál es tu respuesta? ¿Qué? What? ¿Qué miras? ¿Dónde? Where? ¿A dónde vas? ¿Por qué? Why? ¿Por qué me miras? Porque puedo is a very good answer to the question ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? Porque puedo. Because I can. ¿Cuándo? When? ¿Cuándo te vas? ¿Quién? Who? ¿Quién es tu novio? ¿Cuál? Which? ¿Cuál te gusta? Connectors. Además. Besides. Además, a mí me encantan los animales. This sentence would make much more sense if it was in any kind of context, but since it's just an example, we don't really care. También. Also. A mí también me gustan. ¿Por qué? Because. Be careful with this one. It's porque, not por qué. No me gustan porque son feos. Pues, since. No puedo ver la tele, pues no he hecho los deberes. These two indicate a cause, but it can also indicate a consequence. Pues como no has hecho los deberes, no puedes ver la televisión. Or you can also say, pues no sé, I don't know. Si me haces los deberes, te doy un beso. Entonces, entonces, ¿qué hacemos? Por eso, that's why. Por eso no quiero que vayamos. Así, this way. Así no tenemos que hacer los deberes. Para, or para que. So, or so that. Ponte el abrigo para que no cojas un resfriado. The next one is very colloquial. O sea, no creo que se lo haya comido. It's a word that's very similar to like, and that's not really necessary. Por ejemplo, for example, I use this one a lot. Por ejemplo, ayer me comí una patata. Pero yo no dije eso. Aún así, still. Aún así, yo te oí decirlo. Después, after. En España, cenamos después de las 9. Antes, before. Yo he llegado antes que tú. Luego, later. Te veo luego. Finalmente, finally. Finalmente encontré el papel. Según, according to. Según los expertos, ahora, now. Lo quiero y lo quiero ahora. Here we could also use después y antes, which we saw before in the order category, but in this case we would use them to refer to something temporal. En España, cenamos después de las 9. Mientras. Here we have two options. ¿Mientras qué? Mientras tanto. Whereas, meanwhile. A mí me han elegido mientras que a ti no. Haz la cena y mientras tanto yo voy haciendo mis deberes. En resumen, to summarize. En resumen, el día de hoy ha sido agotador. Tal vez, maybe. Tal vez lo lleve. A lo mejor, maybe as well. A lo mejor lo compro. Alright, next category is called extra because I really couldn't come up with a name for it. Fácil, easy. Es muy fácil. Difícil, hard. Es muy difícil. O, or. Elige este o aquel. Be careful with O because it has a little extra rule, which is that if it goes before another word that starts with O, you cannot say O, you have to change it to U. For example, tienes que elegir entre uno u otro. En, on. Está en la mesa. A, to. ¿A quién le vas a mandar la carta? Y, and. The most basic word to connect anything and everything. And. Rojo y verde. Con. With. Me gusta el pan con tomate. That may sound weird, but it's a very delicious breakfast here in Spain. Cada. Each. Amo a todos y cada uno de ellos. De. From. ¿De dónde vienes? Solo. Only. Solo me gusta el chocolate. Algo. Something. ¿Quieres algo? Sin. Without. Sin ti, no sé qué haría. Perdón. I'm sorry. You can also say perdone or perdona, which is excuse me. Perdone is formal language and is something you use with someone you don't know. And perdona is something that's more casual that you use with friends or someone who you know really well. You can say perdone, 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 perdone when you're in the metro and you're trying to get through. Excuse me, perdón. Hola, hi, hello, hi there. Gracias, thank you. Gracias por ver este video. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you have any questions or any requests of something you would like me to explain on a video, then don't hesitate and leave a comment down below. But for now, hasta la próxima. ¿Qué? Corre rápido. ¿Te vas? ¿Por? ¿A qué hora lo tienes? A 6. Yo te llevo. ¿Sí? Sí. Venga, corre.